I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all over the world about parenting, good communication, how to build strong family relationships, and self-government. And in this video, we're going to be talking about creating more time. This is part 4 of a 4-part series called Time Management for Adults. So welcome back, everyone. I'm so glad that you are here with us again. This time we're going to be talking about creating more time. We've been talking about habit training. We've been talking about what nobody tells you about time and helping you try to identify where your problems are, even asking you questions that hopefully were useful to you. Hopefully you're starting to get some of those questions answered as you're going through this 4-part series. In this segment, we're going to be talking about key things that you can do to maximize your time so that you feel like you have a little bit more time in the day. Who does not want to feel like they have more time in the day? Now, I want you to ask yourself, what would make it feel like I have more time in the day? For most people, what feels like more time is getting more things done. Okay, so if they go through the list and they check, and they go, look at all that stuff I did. Wow, and I still have some day left. That's amazing. So having maybe a little bit of downtime or just knowing they accomplished a lot of things usually makes people feel like that they got a lot of things done and they had more time somehow. It seems like a little gift when you get to do something like take a bubble bath or maybe watch that special little Hallmark show that you like. Okay, I like Hallmark shows. Anyway, or whatever it is, eat a piece of chocolate or read a chapter out of a book. These are all things that make us feel like life is good because I have time. And you know what? Those things are important things. We do need to make sure that we have a little bit of downtime, even if it means scheduling that downtime in. I cannot tell you how many times I have told myself, Nicholeen, you've got to go speak tomorrow to, a couple thousand people, and they want to hear all about this parenting stuff. And you could review your notes because that seems like it could be important. But actually what you need to do is play a game with your children. Cuddle with your children, read a story to your children, play a game with your children. You need to bond with your children because that is going to make you feel more relaxed. That is going to make you feel like you have more time. That is actually going to help you the most give a message of connection to the people that you're talking to tomorrow. And that's what I do. That's what I've always done. Did you know that deciding to take a break sometimes is an act of faith? It is. When you decide, I have to take a little bit of a break to bond with people, to talk with my spouse, to cuddle with my child. Those are important things that cannot be replaced later. That moment cannot be gotten back. Sure, you could cuddle tomorrow, but you don't get today's cuddle back. And those things are the most important things, more important than food. They are more important. Anyone can eat bread and milk or something for a meal. Some people would probably prefer it. Anyway, anyone can, but they can't get the cuddle from anybody else but from you. So you've got to budget those things in. And when those things come up, you've got to be able to seize the day. Now, I am that live in the moment person by nature, as I mentioned in part 1. And so the live in the moment person in me, who has also decided that the people are the most important, is constantly on the lookout for when the people need me to do something, because I am ready in an instant to turn something else off and give the people my attention because they are my highest priority. So if you have prioritized, then that also helps you to know when to turn off the other stuff and when to put the people first. I think I mentioned before that writing this book, Parenting a House United, no small task, took me 2.5 years. And it actually took me a whole other, year or so to revise it for the 2nd edition even. So I put a lot of time into this book, okay? Because I want it to really help people. But during the time I was writing this book for the first time, my children were still younger, but people were begging for it because of the BBC documentary that was made of our family. Well, I knew I needed to get it done. I knew it was time to put in the time. And so I told my children, I'm going to be working on this book probably most of every day for the next little while. I have a deadline. I want to get it done by this day. And I told them the day, and I said, so hopefully at that day or the day after that day, we will have a party. And we will celebrate that this book is done. But I've got to get it finished. So I said, but here's the thing. If you ever come to me and say, excuse me, Mom, I will stop talking. I will stop typing, and then I will talk to you about whatever it is and help you with whatever it is because you are my top priority. And I said, but sometimes I may pause for a second and close my eyes because I'm probably going to be saying a prayer to remember exactly what it was that I was typing before so that I could go right back into it. And that's what I did. When they came to me and would put their hand on my arm and say, excuse me, Mom. And then I would say, oh, okay. And I would close my eyes and say a quick prayer and ask God to help me remember what I was going to say next. And then I would turn to my child, I would give them attention. I would make them a lunch or do whatever it was that they needed until they didn't need my attention anymore. Then I would come back, say another little prayer and ask God to help me remember what it was. And then when I sat down, boom, I remembered exactly what it was that I wanted to type about. That was an incredible journey of me putting the people first, which is super important. So if you want to feel like you have more time, make sure you spend the majority of your time on the things that are the most important, and you allow those things to trump anything else. All right, I'm going to talk about other ways that you can create more time, but before I do, subscribe to this channel. This channel is for you. It's for your family. It is a labor of love for me. It's part of one of my missions or ministries to the world to try to help people have better lives, better communication in their families, better self-government, because I know that's the recipe for freedom for us all. So click subscribe now so you don't miss out on new stuff that's coming out all the time. Speaking of priorities, there are certain actions that you do in the day that you need to prioritize as well. So what I have found is that for me, now I'm a religious person, so I pray multiple times every day. I pray morning, I pray night, I pray at meals. I have 2 other family prayers with my family, morning and night. So we're talking like, what is that? 7 prayers a day, at least. And that's when I'm not praying for a friend or some other thing. So I am a praying person all the time. Praying is important to me. So this is a very top priority. Okay. So remember how I said list the areas of focus that are important to you and then prioritize them. So me and God, that's like number one. Number one. And I know if I put that relationship first above everything else, then all the rest will work out. It just will. And so I put total faith there, and it always has. That's the way it's been for me. So prayer and reading scripture for me is super important. So every day I read scripture. I take some time to read scripture every morning. And if for some reason life got so crazy that I didn't get to it in the morning, I always make sure that I do it at night, even if it's just one little verse of scripture. But this is what I have found. If I do it in the morning, first thing, everything is better. I accomplish so many more things, and I don't feel pressed for time nearly as much as if I didn't do it. And I think it's because I'm feeding myself, I'm filling my bucket with truth. Do you know that when you think that there is not enough time, I probably should have added this into the last part about what nobody tells you about time. But when you think that there is not enough time, that's actually a lie, right? Because we said that you have 24 hours in a day. So it's a lie. When you start stressing out about everything you need to do, you're actually lying to yourself. So when I fill myself with truth, when I'm reading scripture and I'm reading good books and I'm writing in my journal, I'm taking time for these things, that gets me focused on true things all day long, and it decreases my stress overall. It sets the stage for a great day of accomplishing wonderful things. This is a key part of me creating more time. So by doing that, I create more time. There is another thing that helps me create more time, and that is exercise. Now, I can't overdo because I'm the type of person that, man, if I could, I'd exercise for like 3 hours a day because I love it. Okay. I mean, you've probably seen videos on this channel where I've lost a lot of weight. I think when I did the video about weight loss, I'd lost like 80 pounds, but I've lost 100 pounds now. And I love exercise. And so it feels good to me to do it. I've always been a very active person, but I'm even more so now, I would say. But I have to tell myself that's enough. I have to get to the next thing. But if I do the exercise, so if I do my scriptures and my prayer and my exercise and my shower, I get all those things done. Shower is important. You shower, you will move faster. Also, another thing, wearing shoes. Wearing shoes makes people move faster. I figured this out too. I used to walk around my house barefoot and stuff all the time when my children were little. You move so slow. But when I want to get my laundry done and the cooking done and all the things, and I'm kind of getting into that more efficiency mode and getting more things accomplished and making the calls and stuff, when I wear shoes, it just all happens better and faster. And when I stay on my feet as opposed to always sitting down all the time, I think better. So recognize those things about yourself. Do I think better sitting down, standing up? Okay, well, if I'm sitting down a lot, but I think better standing up, I probably need to get up off the couch or off the chair and just start standing as I'm making calls. They might even happen better and more efficiently too when I'm doing that. So there are so many things that you can do. Number one thing you want to do is make sure you put the people first. Number two thing, make sure you schedule in time for the most important things and for a little bit of downtime. Number three, you want to make sure that you put first things first throughout the day. So what is your top priority in the day? If it's God or if it's family or something, put it first. Have your first block of time for the day be that, and it will fill your bucket for the rest of the day. If you fill your bucket at the beginning of the day, you don't get depleted by the end. But if you get all the way depleted and then try to fill your bucket, it never quite seems the same. So fill the bucket first, even if that means going to bed early. That's the worst thing. Okay, so here is a tip. You want to wake up on time, go to bed. I know that it seems like there's so many things to do in a night when all the children are asleep or nothing else is going on. That's the best time to get them done. Go to bed. People that go to bed, wake up. And people that wake up, get things done. They manage their time. I don't know how many times I had that conversation with myself. Nicholeen, if you want to wake up at 6:30, you got to go to bed at 10:30. Just do it. Just go to bed. Now I can run on 6 hours. I can even run on 5, but not for more than one day. I can run on 6 for multiple days, but I really need 7. And if I get 8, holy cow, that's like my birthday. I love 8. So how many hours do you need? Well, then get them. Get those hours of sleep, because if not, you're hurting yourself the whole day long. You're not going to be your full self. You won't be able to think as well, work as well, do as well, unless you get the sleep. So definitely do that. And here is my last tip for you. My last tip is learn how to communicate so that it doesn't take all your time, okay? Don't lecture, don't whine or complain. Be optimistic, not pessimistic, remember. But learn how to solve problems in a way that can be streamlined. There's something that I do called SOTAs exercise. I teach it in my parenting course. It can be used for any person at any time. It helps a person learn how to solve a problem quicker, how to evaluate the information and zero in on what it is that they need to do. Get that process down. Get it in your head. Okay? Then there's another thing that you can do, and that is when you're having a problem with a person, learn how to handle that process also a little bit more effectively. If you handle it effectively, meaning people feel understood and you know how to talk about it without getting all upset because you can be calm, then that will actually save a ton of your time. The majority of people I have found spend a lot of their time wasting time and a lot of their time trying to handle interpersonal problems in relationships and stewing over interpersonal problems in relationships. But if you have the skills you need to analyze your problems and to communicate the solutions or to talk about the problems in calm, effective ways, that's going to save a ton of time. I cannot emphasize that enough. Now, I would like you to get a little bit more help with that. So because you have done this 4-part training, I think that you're probably ready for my Calm Parenting Toolkit, and I would like to give it to you for free. So on my website, teachingselfgovernment.com, I have a toolkit called the Calm Parenting Toolkit, and you can get it for free right now by clicking the link that is in the description below this video. So if you go down in the description below the video, there's a link that says teachselfgov.com/toolkit. Click on that link now, and you can have the Calm Parenting Toolkit for free. It will give you 10 tools that you can use to be calm, which I think in the end, and in the beginning, it might feel like it takes a little bit more time time, but it's worth it because it's one of those things that in the end is going to save you tons of time and improve your relationships. Click on that link now. I'll see you there.